The story behind Clix is an inspirational one. It's about a passionate young teenager that made his dreams of becoming a professional gamer a reality. Every story about Clix only highlights the positive side of his career. But what about the dark side? Well, today we're turning off the lights, as I want to tell you the untold story of hate, controversy, and mental struggles that Clix had to face to get where he is now. Let's get started. Many might think that Clix had it easy at the start with supportive parents, as his dad is his biggest fan and even watches him play the game. But this is far from the truth. Clix didn't have it easy at all. He had to stay disciplined and motivated. This is because he had to work hard for his PC and also had to prove that he could make money from Fortnite in only 3 months. Now it eventually worked out as he had a lot of talent and work ethic, but everyone around him encouraged him to quit. Before he proved himself, his parents would be his biggest haters, as his mom would kick him off his PC and his dad would turn off the internet during tournaments. And even at school, he would get discouraged, as every single teacher told Clix that his vision would never work out. But this would prove to be only the beginning, as being in the spotlight made things 10 times worse for him. Clix was relatively unknown at the time, as he averaged less than 25 viewers on Twitch for almost a year. But when March of 2019 came around, things turned around massively. He started playing and dominating wagers, which enabled him to repay his debt for his PC, and he started averaging anywhere from 75 to 140 viewers on Twitch. Now if you pair this with his incredible performance in the Share the Love event, his first official competitive earnings in the Blackheart Cup, and him joining Misfits, then everything seemed to be going perfect. The Fortnite World Cup qualifiers were around the corner, and Clix only had one goal: qualifying. And well, that is exactly what he did. And some more, because he qualified in week 2 with Skeptic, qualified alone in week 3, qualified again in week 5, and had another qualification in week 6, which meant that at this point he had qualified 4 times for the World Cup already. Clix was expecting applause and respect from the community, like he should, but what he got instead was suspicion. It wasn't possible. This 14-year-old kid couldn't just enter the competitive scene and dominate. Something had to be up. He was macroing. Exalted exposed him for using a wall-taking macro, and the community rallied behind these claims. Now yes, the macro problem was existent, but Clix said that he didn't use it. It was all timing and speed, and players like Zayd and CypherPK even confirmed this. So Clix was now cleared from the allegations, and he dunked even harder on the haters by qualifying again in week 9 with a first place finish. Now Clix eventually only placed 18th and 35th together with Skeptic in the World Cup finals, as their performance wasn't the best, but this was only the beginning. Clix was now very successful, and it seemed like the hate would only get worse because of this. He played with Tfue and Sway for the first trio cash cups, after which he instantly got blamed for being a bad teammate, then got accused of having an unfair advantage in the World Cup finals, got hacked on Twitch, and even got swatted for the first time ever at the end of the year. But nothing would stop him, as he totaled a whopping $250,000 in competitive earnings at the end of 2019, and also got up to 8,000 average viewers on Twitch and 2.8 million viewers per month on YouTube. However, what he didn't know was that this humongous growth came with a cost. The cost of being in the spotlight. And this spotlight provided him with a giant fan base of 20,000 viewers in 2020. This year proved to be the year where Clix would become more and more hated. And his fanbase was a massive reason for it. He might be the flashiest, loudest, most toxic streamer in the game, and he's consistent. Fits the niche for the largest demographic of this game: toxic preteens. And according to the community, his fanbase became this way due to Clix himself. In other simpler words, Clix caters to the 12 to 14-year-olds by acting like one. But that was not all. He got labeled as cocky, obnoxious, egocentric, and more people noticed a change in his attitude. This started making him and his community an easy target to hate on, and it began impacting his career as well. In May of 2020, Clix already got into drama because of this, as he decided to quit in the middle of Ninja's tournament, and people weren't happy about this. A Reddit post got created calling Clix bad names, and he got called out in the comments for being ungrateful and disrespectful. Clix just wanted to play the last cash cup of the season, as it was starting in the middle of the tournament, and he chose to do so as it was more competitive than the ninja tournament. And his team didn't do too well anyways. But this wasn't taken as a valid reason by the fans. However, he continued growing bigger and bigger despite that. And it resulted in him eventually joining NRG. The announcement stream averaged 38,000 viewers, with him even hitting a peak of over 160,000 viewers. And it was easily his most important announcement ever. But after only 20 minutes, right after he announced him joining NRG, the stream got DDoSed. Even on the most important day of his career, he had to deal with haters trying to bring him down. And this became a trend throughout the rest of the year. He got swatted 2 more times on stream and off stream.
Police are here.
The police are here?
Yo, I just got swatted. 1 second. I gotta go.
Spoke about how the hate affected him a lot.
The amount of hate I get in general, I could be the nicest person, bro, and people still like could hate on you for like the most. Dude, like you have to have the strongest mental, bro.
He got blackmailed for money and threatened to get hacked. His high school banned him from ever coming back, and he got accused of saying the N-word in an incomprehensible clip that caused a lot of drama as well. But his growth was now unstoppable. He reached his highest monthly statistics on all platforms this year and still managed to take home multiple first places in his competitive career as well. However, 2021 then came around the corner. And this is where things got way worse. Up until this point, Clix was already known as one of the most toxic figures in the Fortnite scene. And he made a decision that would not only make this perception worse, but that would also ruin his relationship with Epic Games forever. Clix replied to Donald Mustard, the chief creative officer at Fortnite, that he was a effing bald F on Twitter. After which, he also roasted him. Now he did eventually delete these tweets, but the damage was already done, as the community was enraged. This made people hate Clix even more, despite him making a very nice tweet about Donald a month later. And he also got hate again in that same month for missing an EU Cash Cup with Amar as he was too tired to wake up at 8 AM and had to be rested for a duo tournament later that day. At this point, you would think that he'd be used to the hate and controversy by now. But the worst was yet to come, as Clix's creator code got disabled by Epic Games as well. This was due to a pretty harmless but also very vile joke on Twitter. And it was a quite straightforward stance from Epic Games on the relationship moving forward. It was made clear by Epic Games that his creator code would never be reinstated even though Clix was still a teen. And it made him realize that he now had to make a change. He was going to be more mature on stream and all social media platforms moving forward. And this also made him open up about his mental health again. During all of this drama, he also failed to qualify for the FNCS Grand Finals with Booga and Bizzle and started experiencing more mental breakdowns after stream. The pressure of performing well for such a big audience destroys the mental health of a teenager, and this resulted in him taking a break from streaming. Now he eventually returned and continued growing his platform and competitive earnings even more, but has Clix repaired his reputation since then? Well, we can easily say that Clix hasn't slowed down at all in 2022, as he had a pretty good competitive year so far and his platforms are still thriving despite a small drop in Fortnite's relevancy. However, the hate on him and his community obviously continued. Reddit still likes to criticize him from time to time. He released an NFT project that he got hate for and cancelled in October of 2021. His fanbase is still considered cringe. His stream with Andrew Tate was controversial, and his first song that he released with Gunna and and Mecha was not only received poorly by critics.
He'll do the montage competition so people will just blow up the song because the song isn't actually good. We just need it to blow up because we need to make money, and that's it, baby. Marketing 101, come on.
But also had a montage contest that had to be ended as the robot rapper FN Mecha got cancelled, which also resulted in all the montages getting copyright striked even though the song was supposed to be copyright free. Yes, all of this definitely didn't help Clix's image at all, but this was all out of his control. The NFT project was probably encouraged by his management team. Clix didn't want FN Mecha on the track but was forced to put him on by Capitol Records, and he hasn't made any controversial tweets in a very long time. Clix is slowly becoming older and growing up, and he has definitely improved as an influencer without sacrificing his energetic and fun personality. It seems like he has learned a lot from the mistakes he made in the past. And we gotta remember that Clix isn't even 18 years old yet. The fact that he fought through all the hate and criticism at such a young age, whether it was deserved or not, and then learned from it, is something that I respect him a lot for. So, you may hate Clix or you may like him. But he is luckily no longer the most hated Fortnite creator in the world. Sorry Tommy, you took his spot. Now this was the video, please leave a like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and I might see you guys in this other video right here.